Hey, what up, my beautiful people? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to talk about the deception in which we're under as a people. All right? People are literally being deceived out of the understanding of God. Not the knowledge of God, the understanding of God. People are being deceived out of this understanding, and I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to show you how. Just work with me for a minute. All right? We all live under one reality. We all have one existence, right? We all have one existence, one reality. Each individual just have different perceptions of this one reality, of this one existence. Now, this existence or reality I'm talking about depends on the kind of lens that you're seeing that reality or existence through. You're going to call it a particular name. All right? If you're looking at this reality or this existence through the lens of theology or religion, then it is what that existence or reality is what we know in Christianity as God. All right? That very same existence or reality in the Arabic world, in the Islamic world, their reality is Allah. They only know Allah. That's their entire existence. That's their entire reality. All right? If you look at that same reality through the lens of Gnosticism, then you're going to call it the all or everything. All right? If you're looking at that same existence and reality through the lens of science, this is what we call energy. Science tells you today that all that exists in the universe is just energy, and everything you can see is a manifestation of energy. If we're looking at that same reality through the lens of spirituality, it is what we call consciousness or source. All right? Even in your Bible, in the beginning, the earth was without form and it was dark, and only thing that was there was the Spirit of God hovering over the waters. Spirit. And then everything manifested from that, from God. So the only existence, the only reality you actually know is God. But you can be deceived into not realizing that simply because you don't understand the nature of God, which is to be. All right? I'm gonna use the allegorical story of Adam and Eve to show you this deception. Now, remember, Adam and Eve was walking with God in paradise. They was walking with God. All right? They were in paradise walking with God. And if you go to your story, you're going to realize that their original desire was never wanting to know what God was like. If you check the story, the devil asked them why you don't eat the fruit. And they said, because God said, if I eat it, I will die. And what did he say? Nah, you're not going to die. You're just going to know what the angels know. You're going to kind of be like God. And they got intrigued with wanting to know what that feels like. It wasn't their natural intention to want to know what that feels like. It was an idea given to them. Let me give you an example. Let me try to clarify that idea. It's just like I have a car that my dad handed down to me, right? And this car is mint. Mileage is good. Everything under the hood is good. The car is technically still good. It's just old because it's a car that he had. And you driving this car the whole time. You love the car. The car is nice. Nothing is wrong with it. Then fast forward, Tesla appears. Tesla is invented now. And somebody who drives a Tesla says, hey, bro, have you ever driven Tesla before? It has a braking feature where you don't have to accelerate anymore. Once you stop accelerating, the car stops by itself. Now, it's not like you don't want your dad's car no more, but now you're intrigued to know what it feels like to drive a Tesla. This is kind of what happened with the Adam and Eve story. They got tricked into wanting to know what that was like when they were already walking in paradise amongst God and they had everything. Remember, they got deceived while they were in paradise. And that's how they lost the grace and came here. Fast forward now. The only reality we actually know, if we're using our minds to think about this, the only reality and existence you actually know is God. But you can be deceived into not realizing that or understanding what you're seeing around you. Why do you think that the trees breathe in what you breathe out and you breathe in what they breathe out? That is a natural work of God that you're looking at. You know it happens, but did you ever ask yourself why that is? Did you ever look at a caterpillar and ask yourself, how the hell does this thing crawls on a tree all day and eats till it can't eat no more, then goes into a cocoon and comes out something that could fly? Why do you think something like that is? You're seeing literal miracles of God around you all day, every day. God is a living presence. It is not something you have to die to go somewhere to experience. You're being deceived into thinking stuff like that. You're literally walking amongst God all day, every day. But just like Adam and Eve, who got deceived while they were in paradise, you're being deceived right now, living this very life. And you don't even know what you're seeing. The only reality and existence we all know is God. But because of our different perceptions of what this is, we don't understand what you're really seeing. The ones who set this up, yeah, they know. They know. That's what colonialism was all about. Setting up this world around you and setting you free in it, and you don't know what you're seeing, you don't know what you're doing. Even Jesus was telling you in Matthew 4, I think, when he was talking to a Samaritan woman, when he was saying that the true worshipers of God will worship him again in spirit and in truth. For those are the worshipers that God seeks. For God is spirit, and they that worship him must do so in spirit and in truth. God is spirit, and they that worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth, not materialism and lies. God is spirit. Every living thing you see around you has the Spirit of God in it. That's why it's actually alive. The devil cannot give life to anything. So whatever you see around you that has life, trust me, it is a work of God. That's why a caterpillar could do that and the trees could do what it does. But you're being deceived in not understanding that the nature of God is to be. See, God is not a being that created the entire world. But God is the entire thing being created. God never stops creating. God is. God is. God, the nature of God is to be. But yo, y'all are being deceived, man. Check your perceptions of what you're really seeing. All right? You only have one reality, and it's called God. Peace and love. Bless.